What is going on, guys, and welcome to Mustache Betting, a place where you become the best betting version of yourself. And welcome back to the MLB side of things. Let's jump into the recap from 2 days ago for the ALCS. I took yesterday off because there was just not enough available pitcher data. And like I said before, it's disingenuous to you guys if I'm forcing out plays despite there being sufficient data. So I just figured it would be better than to hurt our total unit count to just take an absence on the day. And probably for good reason, because yesterday's games were not great. But yeah, so 2 days ago we took Randy Arozarena to go under 1.5 HRRs, and this guy ends up homering in the 8th inning against the bullpen despite having an absolutely terrible performance throughout the game. Like I thought, he didn't record a single hit against Shane Bieber, but a risk with the bullpen is something that you always take. You just don't expect it to be a home run with these types of props. But yeah, Randy Arozarena is homering for no other reason than to spite me in the 8th inning, and that brings our season to nets us 1 unit lost on the day, and that brings our season total won in the MLB to 14.7 units won in the MLB since the channel opened about a month and a half ago. But yeah, it's been an exciting few days of baseball. We have had the NFL go off for us as well. But we move on to baseball today. We have an exciting finale, perhaps, to the NLCS. And who knows what's going on with the ALCS with the Mariners and Blue Jays. I honestly can't really put quite a read on that game as far as who will win. But I have some exciting props for you today. Yeah, dig in. Stay tuned, and let's jump right into it. So my first best bet of the day is going to be Shohei Ohtani. You know I love taking this guy over 15.5 pitcher outs, -115 at Bet365 for a unit. If you're not familiar with the pitcher outs market, the pitcher outs market is located under the pitcher props tab on most sports books, and it specifically refers to how long the starting pitcher is going to go deep into their game. It was specifically referring to outs, with each inning consisting of 3 outs. We're banking on Shohei Ohtani to essentially go deep into the 5th inning. But yeah, Shohei and the Brewers themselves, they strike out 20% of the time on the season. And this game, it's for World Series entry. So I expect Shohei's leash to be especially extended because not only of his performance, but I'm also expecting the Dodgers to be strategical with their starting rotation going into the World Series. And if we look at the Brewers lineup here, they collectively in the last 3 games, they're only batting 180 on average. And Shohei, he has a pitch mix that includes 7 different types of pitches. So I'm also expecting this to be a high strikeout game for Shohei, but I just really like this pitcher outs prop line here. So his last start against the Phils, Shohei that is, it was pretty rocky in the first 3 innings. You could attribute it to maybe some postseason jitters, but Shohei doesn't seem like the type to be nervous. It seems more to me like he was just gathering some of his pitch arsenal. But because you could see through the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings, he went virtually untouched. So Shohei, I believe he has more familiarity with his pitch mix and how to utilize it in the postseason. I'm counting on Shohei here to bring some of his best stuff and send the Dodgers back to the World Series. Give me Shohei here in the NLCS to go over 15.5 pitcher outs. And if you guys could, please like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know, do I have a funny looking face? But yeah, in all seriousness, make sure you have these notifications turned on. I don't just say that. These lines I'm posting, they're incredibly sharp. I'm posting them at around 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm usually conducting research at around 3 to 4 a.m. So these lines are subject to movement because I'm trying to bring you the most sharp possible advantageous outcome that there is, especially in the MLB. These lines in the postseason, like I said before, they're incredibly sharp. So to make sure you're not missing out on any value and you're capitalizing on all your profit, just make sure you're plugging these plays in as soon as you watch the video, and make sure you're watching the video as soon as you can. But yeah. And my second best bet of the day is going to be George Polanco under 1.5 HRRs, -140 at Bet365 for a unit. Unless MGM opens up this line at a better price, which they don't currently have it early in the morning when I'm posting these plays, I do recommend only taking it on Bet365 for a unit. DraftKings, they have the line currently offered at -175. If you really want to, you can parlay it with Shohei to go over his pitcher outs, or maybe take his strikeouts instead. and combine them for plus money if you want to do that, but I'm not going to officially recommend it. I know these juice lines are pretty terrible when it comes to the postseason in the MLB, but that's why I've been having a more difficult time giving you guys plays, because I don't want to force anything. The lines are incredibly sharp, so to maximize on value, I'm trying to give you guys the best product that you can possibly have when it comes to the MLB. It wouldn't be it would be disingenuous for me to just force plays that I don't see that I don't see considerable amounts of value in, because my whole betting process revolves on me taking plays that I truly believe I have an edge in. So I know this 140 juice line, it's not typical. When we move over to the NBA, there's going to be a lot more fair value on the things I post, but today we do have a more juice line, and I'm sorry for that, but it's the most value I could find when it comes to this game. But anyway, George Polanco under 1.5 HRR is minus 140 at bet365 for a unit. Like I said, Polanco today, he faces off against Kevin Gausman, who in his last 16 at-bats, Polanco, he's hit Gausman only 3 times for a 180 batting average ish. Additionally, if we look at Kevin Gausman's splits on the season, Gausman, he's only allowing 220 batting on the season. And versus the Toronto bullpen, Polanco, he's only batting 250. But let's dive a little bit deeper here. Polanco, his pull percentage in the last 15 at-bats has only been 40%. This, again, as we've discussed before, suggests that he is not putting enough lift on the ball right now. And Gausman, he likes to hang on his splitter, throwing it 40% of the time. And Polanco against splitters, he's only batting 180. I think Polanco's going to struggle here in this ALCS series. Give me Polanco here to go under. To recap everything, we have Shohei Ohtani to go over 15.5 pitcher outs, and then we have George Polanco to go under 1.5 HRRs. Again, make sure you're taking them on bet365 if it is an available sportsbook in your state. Aside from that, if DraftKings is a close alternative, but would definitely recommend bet365 for these lines, as they are there is less juice on the props altogether. Shohei's line is pretty similar, but George Polanco specifically on 365, you'll definitely get some more value for your buck there. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. It's been an exciting few days of baseball. Let's hope the World Series can, keep the excitement going. Let's hope we can actually get a decent matchup this time altogether when it comes to the World Series. Yeah, so hope we get 2 exciting teams facing off against each other. I'd love to be able to give you a better 2 for the World Series, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if there's any value there. But with the NBA coming in around the corner, we're going to start transitioning to the NBA very, very soon. I'm anticipating I'll have my first NBA video released sometime around the weekend, but I'll let you know most likely tomorrow. Aside from that, yeah, be safe, guys. If you could, like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Yeah, just be safe, guys. Get out there, make sure you're betting responsibly, and yeah, let's have an exciting cap off to the night. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow we can bring the dog out, and yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow.